This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So first of all, I'll create one book, something. Okay. Or pages. It will make sense. So before this, but could you revise? I mean, could you remember me what we discussed and what are the things and what does it mean? Because I need to rectify what are the things I need to explain now.
In operator overloading.
No. In a polymorphism.
Okay.
We discussed about the. Let me ask you. Did we discuss about overriding super,
Yes.
uh, super and constructor overriding? I mean
Construct chaining. Yes.
constructor chaining, and
Yes.
did
Then
we
we
discussed
discussed
about?
about
Yeah.
MRO.
Okay. MRO is
Then,
related to inheritance.
last class we discussed that also. Then we started polymorphism. In that we started method overriding. You
Mm.
gave examples also how it will be working. Then method overloading.
Mm.
Then how to use method overloading using star arcs and KW arcs.
Okay.
And then we started operator overloading, but
Okay.
just we discussed, but I didn't get it clearly.
Okay. I mean, I remember now. So while we are discussing that, the class was completed, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what does it mean by polymorphism? You understood, right? So
Yes.
even though we are calling, even though we are creating a same methods in a parent as well as a class, it will be taken care with the help of based on child and a parent implementation.
Hmm.
Right? So
Yes.
polymorphism is nothing but creating a same method names, and if you want to create or if you want to extend with the same method names, so we can call or we can use or we can remove or based on our requirements we can create. That is the overall meaning of polymorphism. So I gave you an example as well, right? Like class are like your environments and methods are you. So based on environment you will be changing, right? It will not check the type, right?
Yes.
It will not check the. I mean, did we discuss about the duck typing?
No, we didn't discuss.
Okay. So we will continue. Okay, I got an idea. So pages. So basically here by default, whatever we are, did we so like this? Are we calling the constructor? Are we
No,
calling the constructor?
no, we are not calling the constructor.
Yes. So when we are creating an object, by default it will be created, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to understand this will be created the class. I mean, okay, not this is not required now. So we are not calling the constructor. It means this is nothing but it is calling itself. Okay, the same way this is the methods which I am creating. These are all override itself. Okay, overrided itself. Okay, so self is nothing but a current object. What does it mean by self? What does
It
it mean
refers
by
to
self?
the current.
It refers to the current. Let's say self dot. What is the current object one? I mean, what is the current object attributes is pages now, right?
Page.
So now you understood. This is clear, right? Saujanya and Arya.
Yes.
So if I'm going to create an object like this, so if I'm giving this, what is the pages now? 10 will be the pages, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so when we are creating an object, when it is calling the constructor, but it is calling the constructor as well as if you want to print in or if you want to add or if you want to do something to represent, then we are going to create these functionalities. These are nothing but a dunder methods or magic methods. Okay, if it is starting with a double underscore and ending with a double underscore, those are nothing but a magic methods. By default, internally whatever the constructor is there, okay, it will be overridden, it will be there. Okay, it will be there, but it will be overridden here and it will be comes here. So that is internal thing. You will not able to. That is not required now. But whatever we are creating on object, whatever the constructors are there, it will be overridden. And if you want to represent that, or if you want to add the objects, this will be overridden and it will be come here. Okay, it will be
Okay.
come here, and whatever the we are returning, it will be written. Okay, now you got an idea.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, I'm printing this. Okay, this is Sri and Kant. So if I'm printing the type of object, what is the type here? This is a string, this is a
String.
string. So what does it mean by string? Strings are nothing but a, how we are going to check? Let's say x equal to Srikant I'm taking. What is the type of object? How you will get it?
Type of X.
Type of
Print.
x. So what I'm going to get? The class and as well as
What is the type?
what is the type? Why? What is the problem with this? So I'm going to run it, and class is a string. Okay. So the
Yes.
internal thing, this class will be created with the help of the object. Okay. With
Okay.
the help of the object. But how this class will be created? With the help of the type. Let's say the same thing. If I want to create the object B, what I'm going to get? Will I going to get a string, or will I going to get an integer, or will I go get anything?
No, class object.
Class?
Object.
Class object. See, class and main will be the one, and this is the type. This is the object. This is the class, right? This is nothing
Hmm.
but a type, I mean to say. So what I mean to say is the object will be created by the class,
Hmm.
right? By the
Okay.
class. But class will be created by the type. This is an internal thing.
Hmm.
Okay. You have to remember, because these things will be discussed in a future as well.
Hmm.
So this one. So what is the type here? I'm getting as a string, right? So if I want to, how it is printing it is as a string. Okay. So something we are printing it, right? So let's say if you want to represent this, how we are going to represent? String of self. Return what? Return type of,
Self.
return type of class, or return type of so it will be overridden. Let's say when I'm calling, and this, forget this one, am I going to get anything here? If I'm calling like this, am I going to get anything? Nothing.
Hmm. We don't have print.
Return non-string object. Type. Okay. I'm going to get, I can print here like
Hmm.
type of, right? Here also I can print it. Type
Hmm.
of this one. So I will get to know that this I am going to get. So why I am going to use this dunder methods, or these methods, if you want to represent that. So if I'm not going to print it, if I'm not going to use that one, will I able to get if I, even though if I'm printing that one? Will I able to get? So if you want to represent in a way, so are you able to understand this one? Main or something, right? But if you want to represent in a the human understandable language, then instead of writing like this, you can write like this in a human forward. Human, I'll make you understand. This is representation of object, and value is self dot pages. So if it is printing like this, if we are printing like this, will it make sense now? Right? Will it make sense now?
Yes.
But if I am not writing like this, just printing, what is the meaning? Are we getting anything?
No.
So if you want to represent that one, then you have to use these render methods. Then only it will represent. So if you let's say you are adding like two integers, 1 plus 2. These are objects only. I mean, these are objects or these are classes only. How it is writing? With the help of the add method, add dunder method. So we will come back to our topic. So let's say x equal to 1 and y equal to 10. So if I'm printing x plus y. So am I printing the numbers or am I printing the objects?
Objects.
Am I adding the numbers or am I adding the objects? Objects,
Objects.
right? So how it is adding? So if I'm adding book plus book, will it make sense? No, right?
No.
So that is the reason if this method should this method should override it, and whatever it is representing. So if you are adding, this method should execute. If you are subtracting, there is a sub method will be execute. There is, if you are, so final object, how you are going to represent, that is where you, if you want to represent in a way, this will method, this dunder method will be executed. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how it will be like. So if you want to, let's say if I want to add two numbers, two objects, okay, how you are going, how, so if I want to add these 10 and one more object b1 equal to book of 20. If I want to add this one, these two objects, how can I add? Will I add something b1? Will these add? Is anything added?
No, we can't add that
So
class.
something, it should be overridden and it should call this method which is supported to operate this one, right? That is the reason we are adding this one. And the self dot pages is the first object. This is the current object when we are creating, right? The first object, it will create, it will take as a current object. Okay. What is the previous current object? B1, right?
Yes.
Okay. B1 will be the first object, right?
Mm.
Okay. So self dot pages will be the what? 10.
Mm.
And this is the other one. So will I able to take something like again plus self dot pages?
No, it will be same.
It will be same, right? So it will be confused. So that is the reason. Instead of that, I will take it as a other. Other means this object, the second object. Okay.
Mm.
And here other dot pages. So other dot pages means this one. Okay. So when I'm printing this one, this method will be overridden and this object will be combined using this add operator.
Mm.
Got it?
Okay.
Houdini, you got it? Or you have, Arya, you have got it? Or you have any doubt till now?
I know this
Yeah,
understood.
it's clear.
So if I want to add one more object B2, what will happen now?
We have to take one more in add.
One more add here.
Other one like no one more one more parameter.
Something like this.
Yes.
Something like this, you mean to say?
Yes. Plus a
Plus
dot page.
a dot pages.
Yes.
This is what?
Yes.
Okay. If I'm running this, am I able to get it?
Mm. No.
Why? Because it will take only two objects, which is the current one and the previous one. Okay?
Okay.
Which is the
Okay.
current one and the previous one. Then how we are going to add that? So it will take only self and others and it will be added. So how it is going to add? The first one will be, you know about the board mass, right?
Hmm.
So first one will be which one, brackets, and that is how the order will be, right? Here
Hmm.
also the same will be append. So self dot pages, first it will be executed. First B1 and B2 will be taken into consider, like into a bracket. Okay. Then whatever the result are there, let's say the result are 10 plus 20 will be 30. Then 30 will be the first object, self dot pages. Then others will be the B2. Got?
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Hmm. Yes. So again, we need to print b plus b1 plus b2. Already we are adding it in the add method, no?
B1 plus.
My doubt is already we are adding self dot pages plus other dot pages. So
Yes.
again, why we are adding b plus b1 plus b2?
This one.
Ah, yes.
No, no. When we are creating an object, so it will call this constructor, right? So
Yes.
when we are calling this operator only, this method will be executed.
Oh,
If we
okay,
are
okay.
if we
Now
are
understood.
if we are using minus, will that execute? Minus addition will execute.
Oh, no, no. Okay, okay. Now understood. We should give minus
So if we are
method.
doing minus, then therefore something like sub self comma others or others. So same thing.
Okay, understood.
Okay. Minus.
Ah,
Then only it will be executed. Then only it will be overridden. Then only it will be executed. See.
okay, okay.
So if you want to represent, then you have to represent REP. So we have multiple things like a multiplication, something uh, MUL, and if you want to check the equality operator, if you want to check equal or greater than or equal, there are a lot of things which are there. So these are mathematical operations.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Yes.
let's say if you want to greater than or equal to like this, and less than or equal to like this. So if you want to do like that, less than or greater than, then you have to use those. So these are the different mathematical operators will be used and it will be overridden there.
Hmm.
Okay. And if you are
Okay.
using the three objects or four objects, first two objects will be considered as 1 and 2. Self dot pages will be the first and the self dot pages will be the second. Others dot pages will be the second. And whatever the result will be considered as the first object again. Then second object will be considered as the second one.
Okay. Okay.
Got?
Hmm.
So for your understanding, this how it is. So this is what I mean to say. Okay. Then this is nothing but a operator overriding. So what constructor is overriding the addition and subtraction or equal to, right? The same name. By default, it will be implemented intentionally inside this constructor. Inbuilt method will be there. If you want to explicitly add and override this one, so this will be executed if you are adding or if you are subtracting. That is nothing but a operator overloading. Operator overloading. Okay, because we have multiple methods, right? Multiple constructor. I mean, inbuilt things are all there. Inside a constructor, there will be add, there will be sub, there will be equal, there will be multiplication. We are overloading. Overloading means implementing a lot of functionalities or methods, right?
Hmm.
That is nothing but a operator overloading.
Okay.
So then we can go for next topic.
Yes.
Okay. So then we are going to discuss about duck typing. Duck typing. What does it mean by duck typing? So there is one thing called duck typing is, so if duck walks like a duck and speaks like a duck, then it is nothing but a duck typing. What does it mean? Okay, so it behaves like a duck and it speaks like or walks like a duck, then it will be considered as a duck. Okay, so this is a normal duck typing definition. Okay, so what does that mean is nothing but it will not check the behavior. I mean, it will not check the type, only it will check the behavior. Okay, so let's say if I am adding print of 10 multiplied by Srikanth. So these are two different types, right? These are two different types.
Yes. We will get Srikanth 10 times.
Yes, Srikanth 10 times. So what what my intention is it checking the type?
No.
Is it checking the type? No. It is checking only the behavior. It is checking only the multiplication behavior. It is not checking the type. Okay, the type of integer is, the type of this object is integer and this type is string, right? Right or wrong?
Yes, correct.
But it is not checking the type. That is nothing but a duck typing. Okay,
Okay.
I will create one class. Let's say I am creating one dog. Okay, f of speak of self comma self nothing print bark, right? So I'm going to create one more cat. Then meow. Then I'm going to, so these are, even though these are different type or we are not going to consider, let's say if it is book I mean dog object, right? Underscore underscore main dot dog underscore underscore main dot cat. This is a different two objects and different two types. We don't know which type, right? But therefore make sound, I will something like that. I will create one function. Is this related to any class?
No. It is method outside. Sorry, function outside the class.
It is just a function. So what I will do is animal dot speak method. So make sound of, I will give dog and a cat. Okay. So what it is doing, it will, we are giving as a parameter as a object, directly class, right? So this is nothing but a dog and dog dot speak. Which method will execute now? This method will execute. And a cat. Cat will be considered as animal and animal will be considered as cat, and cat dot speak is nothing but a this method will be executed. So anyway, is it checking any type? Okay, I need to check the with class which type it is. Okay, if it is only integer, then only I have to call this method. If it is only string, or if it is only float, or if it is only complex, then only I have to call this method. Is it checking something like that? No. Will that check? No. I
No.
don't care. Whatever the object type is, whether that is an integer or float or whether that is an something, I don't care. I will call the method directly without taking care of the type of object.
Okay.
Got?
Yes.
You have any doubt till here?
No.
So duck typing is nothing but it is not going to check the type of the class. It is going to check it is directly calling the method. If it is present method, if the method is present inside that class, then it will execute. There is no matter of checking the type. Okay, it check the behavior, not the type. That is nothing but what? Duck typing. Arya and Saujanya, you have any doubt about duck typing?
No. Clear till here.
No. Okay. Then this is nothing but a duck typing. You got my point, right? It is not
Yes.
going to check whether that is an integer and everything. Okay. Like I can say this, I can print off length of, I've already discussed this one, like hello. So length is the function. It is working for the string. It will work for the list. Right? So is it checking any type? So if I'm printing this one, will it check the type? Okay, this is a dictionary. I don't need to calculate this one. This is a list. I don't need to, this is a list object. So I don't need to calculate. This is a dictionary object, dictionary class or dictionary object. So I don't need to calculate. So this length function, length is a function or no? Length is a function. So it
Yes.
is, even though it is a string, even though it is a list, even though it is a dictionary, even though it is a tuple, it will not care. It will check only the behavior. It will check only the method. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
We are getting an answer. It will
Yes.
not check the type. That is nothing but a polymorphism. If you are using a polymorphism in a built-in, these are the examples. Okay.
Yes.
Same function, same thing, but different behavior. Right? Different behavior means different calling a different objects. So we discussed about the duck typing and the super. We already discussed about the super as well, right? With the inheritance. Then we can go for the, so this whatever we are discussing here, so it will check the type of object when it is on a runtime. Okay, when it is going to check, let's say I will create one a equal to dog object. Okay, so if I'm calling this one a dot speak, so what will happen? It will check the object. I mean, it will check the object and it will call that execution, right? So Python check the object at the time of runtime. Okay, so that is these are nothing but a dy, dynamic binding. Okay, this is nothing but a so method call is resolved at runtime. That's it. It will be check the type. Python check the object type at the runtime, right? So this is nothing but a small concept, and we are going to check if you want to check. So whatever we are discussing, duck typing or the polymorphism, everything. So if you want to, the polymorphism concept itself is saying we are not going to check the type. We are going to check the behavior or a method, right? But if you want to check the type, okay, if you want to check the type, then there is something method called is instance. Is instance. So what does it mean by is instance? Okay, so is instance is nothing but whether that class or subclass or subclass is a part of this one or no. Let's say I will take this example. Is instance. I'll take this example. I will create one animal class def of something like same speak or just a constructor or a pass. I will take pass. No, no, no. I'll take pass. Animal. And this is also, let's say it is a dog. Okay. So what does it mean by is instance? It will check the class or subclass of that given object. What does it mean? I will explain this. So let's say is instance of, let's say I'm printing some, I'll print of is instance of, so cat, I will take a cat class here. Okay, comma animal, cat class of animal. So if I'm going to print it, what I'm going to get? So is this class, the cat is a subclass of animal?
Yes.
So this is a subclass of animal. That is the reason we are getting an, let's say
True.
I will create one class of human. Nothing inherent here. Okay, pass. So I will take human here. Okay. So will I able to get the true?
No.
So
False.
is instance, it is nothing but to check what?
If it is a subclass of a given class.
It is a subclass or subclass also. Okay, false, right? So this is nothing but a checking. We used to, when you are Arya, when you are working on your company, you used to see like is instance of 10 or something like the data comma dict, right? Something like this. So the data is a subclass, or whatever the data is getting is a considered as a subclass, or which is related to the dictionary, or no? If it is yes, then it will become true. If it is not, then it will become false, right? We can use something like a numbers as an integer. We can use the numbers as an float. So if, what does it mean? It is nothing but the classes are checking inside the subclass or classes are checks here. This is the parent class, and this is the subclass or parents. The result we are getting. Okay.
Okay.
This is nothing but is a instance. You have any doubt here?
No, clear.
So, to check the relationship, is instance will be used for to check the relationship. Okay. This is clear, right?
Yes.
So then what we are going to discuss, we all string overriding we discussed, right? I mean, you understood this one. String also, you can override string. If you print